Match reaction, Viktoria Plzeň 1, Manchester United 2. Your reaction to that game?
We wanted a win, and I don't care how we get it. We got it. It was scruffy, but I don't care. I just don't care. It's a win we needed. I know there's a lot of poor points in that game, and we're going to discuss it, but you have to celebrate when you win.
So do you want to stick on that first half, or should we skip it, go into the second half?
No, I'm not going to skip it because we all know, look, we had most of the possession in that first half, but we wasn't a threat. We constantly gave the ball away. We was too slow. And like I say, we didn't start playing football until they scored. We were slow. Delo, Xerxes, there's plenty of them. I think they all gave the ball away. They weren't together. Very, very poor first half. And until they scored, I didn't see anything happening. But it's a win, and it's a very scruffy win.
Weren't together, you just said. What were the major problems though in that first half? For me, the ball just wasn't sticking to any of the front players, and it looked like they were out of ideas the majority of that first half for me.
I think they were out of ideas for a lot of the game, to be honest with you. There was no link-up play. There was no one from the centre halves going forward to the midfield. They were turning round, giving the ball away, passing it. It just wasn't going to the man. And when they tried to give the ball to the forwards, and when I say the forwards, I look at Xerxes. I mean, absolutely terrible, to be honest with you. I don't like saying it. We've won the game, but, you know, it's there in front of my eyes. I can only say what I see. And what I seen there was a player who is lacking confidence, who doesn't seem to be able to control a ball, and who doesn't seem to be able to play with anybody. I don't care who's next to him. Today, it was abysmal, to be honest with you. And the player just needs to be taken out. That's what he needs. He's only going to get confidence by being taken out because he's just going worse. I'm sorry to say it, but that's how I see it.
But also got to look at the rest of the team, including the wing-backs, you know, the two number 10s in that first half. Yeah. When Xerxes is dropping deeper to try and receive the ball, surely they must be making runs in behind the defence as well to create that space and attacking opportunities.
Well, I look at them wing-backs there. I look at Delo. I think his game is deteriorating also. Just kept giving the ball away. I even seen him try to shoot, slipping up, not doing the right things. He's not connecting with the players. He just seems to be like going through a game and charging without thinking. But there's a few players doing that. Ahmad had a good game today, but at times there, he wasn't thinking. Bruno wasn't thinking. They were just like not matching up. I just seen him looking, long ball, no pattern of play whatsoever. And he must have been going absolutely mad. I was just thinking all the way through that game, my God, we've got Manchester City on Sunday. And this team here is not capable of putting two passes together.
City haven't been in great form as well, so it might be the right time to play him. Who knows? Let's wait till Sunday. But you start the second half, concede early again.
Well, you concede early, but the pattern of play was set straight away. The first pass was by Dalot, just gave it away for absolutely no reason. And then Onana, another player who seems to be going from bad to worse. That was ridiculous. There is no excuses for what Onana did, and he needs to step his game up because he can't be doing that. It was a ball what was never on, but that was the pattern of the game today. They were giving balls what were never on. But when a goalkeeper does it, you've seen what happened. Ridiculous and an absolute joke.
Yeah, for me, Onana started the season off really well this season, but the last two games, maybe three games, if you look at one of the goals for Arsenal, he does need to start booking his ideas up. But I thought when Plzeň did score, I thought Manchester United started to come into the game, look more of an attacking threat, being more direct as well.
Yeah, United had to step it up. Ruben Amorim there started making changes. Didn't happen at first. He brought Højlund on. It never happened. And then slowly but surely, United got into the game because they started running. They started getting in their faces. They got in our faces, and we weren't up for it. We never matched it at all. They were running. They were chasing United, and then they were getting in the faces. And then United had to get in their face. United had to run. It was desperate stakes. I looked at the first goal there. Ahmad, his pace, straight in there. And, you know, you have to be in the box. And thank God Højlund was in the right place at the right time to put that ball in. You could sort of say it was a scruffy goal, but he was in the right place. And that's what you want.
Yeah, a lot of us have mentioned about rotation in the last couple of weeks, and Amorim doing that rotation into the starting 11, also doing it in game as well. But from my basis, I don't know about you, the rotation actually worked though in that second half with his substitutions because it made them 2 goals.
No, it worked, but it was desperation. That was not a plan. That was get everybody on as quickly as you can and start running and get those players off who were just poor, who were passing it, who weren't up to it. I'm telling you now, there's rotation, and it has to stop now because that performance, you can't have that as a Manchester United fan. You can't have it as a club. There is no way going to Europe. That's not one of the great sides, a good side or anything like that. Yes, they put up a decent performance, but United should be going away. That rotation, that side, what got put out, the worst thing about tonight was from the manager. He should have changed that at half-time, and he never did. And I thought to myself, he might rue that mistake, and I think he got away with it tonight. The rotation has to stop because the team what was put out there was so poor, it didn't know what it was doing until the changes come. Then you've seen a dominant Man United. Then you've seen a team what wanted to run, what wanted to work. But the biggest mistake, and he got away with it, was by not making the changes at the right time. And we've criticised Erik ten Hag like we used to for not making the changes at the right time. Ruben Amorim has done that, but tonight he got away with it.
I do understand what you mean based on that first half performance, changing it at half time. But you could also look on the flip side and think, well, he did make the right changes at the right time when they did score and we ended up coming back because it did affect the game. From my point of view, don't know about yours, but I'm sure that he wouldn't have wanted to bring on Mason Mount on the 60th minute, give him 30 minutes. The same with Agati and Garnacho, even just giving them 10 minutes because for me, they will be starting on Sunday and I'm sure they wanted to arrest him tonight.
Listen, I get what you're saying and what people out there might be saying, but it needed a change. Everyone could say it. My eyes didn't lie to me. That was so poor, it was unbelievable, that first half. They weren't together. They weren't passing the ball. The enthusiasm, the running, it wasn't there. It needed a change, and he didn't do it. Yes, he made the changes, and it worked, and we've seen a Manchester United full of life, fighting for it because they had to fight for it. We had to win that game. Players couldn't go carry on in that second half doing what they were doing. So they did the right thing. Amorim did the right thing, bringing the substitutes on. It changed it. We was a more attacking, and quite rightly we was more attacking. The opportunities to attack was there right throughout the game, but the team didn't gel, so they couldn't do it. But in the second half, it worked, and we got away with it, and it's a win, and it's a great win.
No, I totally agree. It's a great win based on that first half performance. And surely the players in that first half who started the game overall had to take more responsibility. It's a tight turnaround as well from an away game on a Thursday night, then going into Sunday. So surely you can then see the rotation aspect of it tonight.
No, you're trying to convince me about the rotation, and I'm not going to be convinced, okay? Because at half-time, he should have changed it, and the rotation has to stop. Players now have had enough time on the field, whether it's half an hour, 45 minutes. There's no injuries. They've all recovered now, and we're going into a busy period, and we're going into a City game. The rotation has to stop. Get your best players on there. I was thinking January, get your best players on. But now it has to be done because you cannot have a team like that start a game of football for 45 minutes and have that performance. It is unacceptable, and we got away with it tonight. And as I say again, we will celebrate that win because the last 25 minutes, 30 minutes, I thought United just overrun them through their enthusiasm and getting right at them, which they should have done from the minute go.
Let us know what you think. Should Ruben Amorim start playing his best 11 now and stop this rotation with the players on there? I'm sure you'd actually think that. Let us know what you think in the comment section below on tonight's game. And don't forget to smash that like button. You know it's much appreciated. And we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thank you, everyone.